So pretty. Got me coffee. Oh yes, no one's here yet, but I don't mind talking to myself. You don't understand that, won't I? Oh, someone's joined us. Who have we got? Say hello, my friend. Let's get the conversation rolling. Pick a direction, my friend. Oh, make it happen. Got that coffee still. Nope, they've gone. And who can blame them? Oh, we've got someone else here again. Say hello in the comments, mate. Get it rolling. Ask some questions. Get the conversation going. Be a laugh. Might even throw some tunes on. Fuck it. You aware of the band from Japan, Tokyo, Anatomia? Yeah, this is their Decaying in Obscurity album, their second album. Absolute banger. Cannot go wrong. Throw a bit of this on in the background. Hopefully you'll be able to hear it. I know we've tried doing this before and it was a little bit off. You never know. Fuck me, that was loud. You know, the tape sounded like it was going mental. Yeah, there we go. That soft intro's coming in. Quality band, Anatomia. It's like your Death Doom, like your like Autopsy Worship or Transgressor, Disembowelment, you know, all that kind of stuff. You cannot go wrong with these guys. I'm not used to this orientation. Bloody thing. I won't let it happen. Just got to keep moving it round and I'm used to like holding it over here, but now it's here. But get a load of that artwork. Bobos and everything. Yeah, this came out 2005, I think. I don't know if you can hear that. I mean, well, no one can hear it because no one's here. Just me talking to myself. But seeing as this is getting uploaded, do you know what I mean? Again, why not? Get all your lyrics in here and stuff, which is always nice. This is a reissue, of course. I got this because I was late to the game with Anatomia. I only came across these guys 2019, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was just before all that COVID shit kicks off that I found these guys, and I was like, wow, these guys got loads of stuff out. And just checking it all out, you know, it was, no, I've been a fan ever since. Really, really into it. Really cool shit, you know. And a lot of Death Doom, I feel, is just really lifeless, particularly nowadays. Like, every 10 minutes there's a new Death Doom band out, and they all just try to sound like incantation. And some of them do it well. Some of them are just like, I don't know, man. Some of them, they're just like cashing in because it's easy to do and it's cheap and it's quick and it's easy. Well, I say easy, but you know, it's not the most technical music. There's still some difficulty in writing. You've got to get right stuff. But with a lot of the stuff that's coming out now, it really is the easy option. It's like slam. So if you can just throw a few riffs together and make it sound as generic as you want, suddenly you've got a successful band on the go. And you know what? Good for you. But I ain't gotta like it. I ain't gotta like anything. I'll tell you something else. I don't be liking these days. And fucking all these fests that are going on, and they're all bands you've never heard of, which is cool sometimes because you can like check out some new shit. But then you like find out that it's just a bunch of like bands that know each other, like really clicky, and you're just like, oh, it's one of those, is it? And yeah, for the most part, a lot of it is just like mass appeal made. You know, I can't be doing with that stuff. Some of it can be all right, like passing the time or whatever, but you know, when I listen to my music, I want to feel a sort of intimacy there, you know, like someone's genuinely trying to put something forward and say, we've got something to say here for our music. And these days, it's just like, oh, I'm in a band. Oh, yeah, I'm cool. And then you ask them what records they listen to, and they're like, "Oh, I like the new Taylor Swift." And you're like, "Okay, cool." So got all that going on, which is always fun. But what can you really do? I notice people keep coming in, but no one's speaking. It's a shame. Oh well, these things don't always go well. I've only done 2 of these lives before, and again, I'm speaking to myself, and they went all right. They were cool, but you know, third time in it, so it always goes. Third season, third show, third album. You know, it all depends on this, and yeah, is what it is. So to be fair, I didn't give a lot of notice either. It was like a few minutes, but time got away from me. And I was like, oh shit. So I thought, nah, fuck it. We'll go live. That'll be fun. Yeah, he says. Someone's actually here again. who's watching? Say a little hello in there. What's going down? Oh, now there's 3 of you. Jesus Christ. It's all going on at once. Now it's 1 again. I don't even know. It's all going mental. I don't know if you can hear the music, or maybe the music's too loud and you can't hear me. Who knows? No one's telling me, so it doesn't really matter. But if you're new here, we're listening to Anatomia, Decaying in Obscurity, Banging Death Doom from Tokyo, and get a load of that. Gots to be done. Fantastic band. What bands have you guys been listening to this week? Let me know. Let's see if you can show me something I haven't heard before. I always love it when that happens. And you guys always tend to put stuff in the comments I never heard of before, so no, really cool. And it's always nice as well when someone puts like a really obscure band and it's like, oh shit, I know them. And you get this thing, you're like, oh, no one knows them, yes, but we do. Oh man, buddies for life. Yeah, it's what it is, isn't it? So you got anything good you've been spinning? Or are you spinning something right now? You got something on in the background? What are you doing? Well, what about horror movies? You watching any good movies lately? Reading the good books? That kind of shit? I'll talk about anything, I don't give a fuck. I'm a chatty catty. This is really good coffee. I'm getting through it quite quickly. So what else is going down in the world? I need some stuff. You got into any shows lately? Or have you just been to a show? Get it rolling. Get it rolling. I've got nothing better to do, so all good, isn't it? You know what I mean? I can just sit here talking to myself all night. I'm more than happy. I know I'll be in good company. So what are you up to? Yeah, and haven't got any messages pop up just yet or comment. Are they comments or messages on live? I don't know what you call it. I only found out a few months ago that YouTube's even social media. I have no idea. I'm out of the loop on these things. But one thing I don't want to be out of the loop on, of course, is that beautiful, beautiful underground metal. And I need to know what you guys have been listening to. What's your main diet? Or are you like me? Have you been on a bit of a... do you tend to go on genre binges? Like last week, I had a bit of a black metal week. That was fun. Just playing a load of black metal. Playing other stuff as well, obviously, as you saw on the channel. Because I always like to show something I've been listening to that day. And yeah, a lot of it was just mainly black metal, but I thought I'd mix it up a little bit as well. Some of the other stuff, I thought I don't want to post like an entire week's worth of black metal. I mean, if it's a black metal channel, that'd be fine. But you know, we cover all the extreme metal subgenres here. Well, at least the main ones. Maybe not every subgenre. That'd be crazy. And there's so many subgenres now as well. I can't keep up with them all. It's insane. Oh, what have we got here? What the fuck is this popping up? I thought someone had said something for a second there, but no. Some pop-up bullshit. Well, that will not do. Suppose I'll give it a few more minutes on here, and if the activity don't pick up, we'll just call it a fucking night. It's all good. People are busy. I get it. I understand. It is what it is. I don't even know what half of these fucking things on here do. Just looking at bits on the side, it's like sparkles and shit. I don't fucking know. Mental shit. So who's stuck around then? There always seems to be at least one person in it, then there's not, and then it flicks up again. I don't bloody know. But like I say, I'll keep this up for a few more minutes, and if it doesn't get anywhere, that's cool. Just take it down and do something else. It's all good. Another newcomer. What have you been listening to? What tunes have you been spinning? What band do you want me to know about? I need some new music. I always love it when I find like an older band as well, like a band that's completely new to me that had a demo out in like '92 or something. I love that shit. So if you know of any old school sort of bands around that era that are really obscure, that have sort of missed out on the gravy train, that are worth checking out, let me know. Fucking, I love those kinds of releases. Well, let's have a look at this one right here, look. Seeing as it's in arm's reach, talk about this motherfucker. And I've done this one on the channel before as well, but it's always worth bringing up just because it's so bloody good. And we are talking, of course, about it's a vinyl and all, mate. Oh, it's a vinyl. We're talking about here, boy. This fucking around. And look at this. We're talking about, of course, Phantasm, Keeper of Death. This came out, what was it, 90... It was recorded in 92, but I think it came out in like 93, 94. It's got a reissue a few years ago, and it is fantastic. As soon as I saw that cover, I knew that I would love this, and I fucking did. It's from Russia, really raw recording. It's got all the liner notes and stuff, and some other little fancy goodies. And the good thing about the sort of liner notes thing is that it's actually done like an old school zine, so you get like nice little questions and answers there. Really, really cool. And you just learn a whole new sort of, it feels like you're getting an entirely new chapter of like death metal history. And yeah, I was really pleased. So when I find out stuff about like this, where it's all like early 90s, late 80s, and it's gone completely overlooked and gets an awesome reissue, I'm all about that. I'm all about that. What about you guys? Are there any particular reissues that are rather close to your heart? Because this is over the past. So I got this 2023. Yeah, it probably would have been the same year then that I got it. Because I remember it popped up on NWN and actually put it out. And as soon as it came up, I was just like, yeah, I need some of that in my life. Looked it up on YouTube first because that's the advantage of today. We couldn't do that in my day. You couldn't go on YouTube and check this shit out first. You had to buy it and hope for the best. And if you didn't like it, you listened to it 12 more times, hoping it might grow on you because you spent like 12 quid on the cunt. And then it's like, oh, no, this just isn't for me. It just sits on the shelf for years. But those days are behind us now. Aren't you lucky? So, yeah, I went to YouTube. I checked this out. The whole album was up there. And I was like, yeah, that's happening. Buying the shit out of that. So what about you? What have you been listening to and spinning? Get some more reissues on the go. Like I say, yeah. If anyone says, like, oh, there's not a lot of good Russian death metal out there, all there is, you just got to know where to look. And these guys, Phantasm, are definitely one of them. I've even got the poster up on my wall, which you can see in a lot of the older videos. It's not too old, because I've only been filming it from this angle now for a couple of weeks. But it is what it is, And oh, we've got someone contributing to the conversation. Let's see what's being said. Once I get this motherfucker back on the shelf. There we go. We've got Roger. How's it going, Rod, mate? And I was very pleased when they finally reissued Accidental Suicide. I was like, yeah, those guys are cool. Do have the OG CD, but always wanted it on vinyl. Yeah, if I remember rightly, cause it's been a few years since I checked them out. I can see the album art in my head now. But that was almost like a sort of, not overly proggy, but like a sort of experimental death thrash kind of thing, if I remember right. Am I in the right kind of ballpark there? It's been a while. But yeah, I know they've got that classic album with the sort of the faces on the front cover. Yeah, that's a cool album. I've not got it. It's one I need to pick up, though. I've come across it a couple of times, but yeah, it was just one of those ones that like it just always escaped my grasp. Either I hadn't been paid yet or it just went. But no, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a pretty cool one. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of reissues. I mean, what other stuff have I got around here? I mean, shitloads of this is reissues, you know, just of that age group, you know. So I missed out on all the tape trading days, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I mean, well, not entirely because, you know, I'm from the grind scene, so tape trading never really stopped. But so Beast Vocal, bit weird, yeah. Yeah, I know they weren't like your average sort of death metal band. Sound a bit like, oh, what are they called from France? Was it Necrophilia? They had the oh, what was that album called? Citadel of Mirrors or something. Chaopola, something like that. That's another weird band, you know, but it's cool. It's cool stuff. It was like Necrophile, Necrophilia. I can't remember. But I need to. That's another album I need to pick up. That was a cool one. And another album I thought was quite weird as well was what was it called? It was the first album by Rotrevor. I always thought that had a bit of a quirky twang to it. It was pretty cool. Yeah, very heavy though. Oh yes. Oh, what was that bloody song? That album called? Fucking nose hairs, man. Oh, drives me crazy over here. But oh yeah, I can't remember what that fucking album was called. But really cool stuff. Again, another album I need to get. I'm trying to think of some of the other reissues I got lately. Because bits of the old stuff. Oh, there was that one I did a video on it. I've been after it for fucking ages. And it was where are you, you bastard? There we are. This fucker right here. Got nothing on the spine. So it's like, yeah. Yeah, we're talking here about, of course, Australia's necrotomy. Oh yeah, not the necrotomy I showed you the other day from the US. Who play? No, was it from the US or was it from Spain? Can't remember. Spain, I think. Who cares? But yeah, not that necrotomy. The Australian one who played death metal from the early '90s. Really, really cool stuff. Very overlooked. Only reason I know about these guys is because I like reading a lot of old zines, so I can find out a lot of those old sort of records. And necrotomies from back then was in like most of them. And always being like interviewed and being shown off. But they literally just did the 3 demos, and then yeah, that was it. But this whole lot this is obviously the 3 demo compilation. So it's got the whole lot on there. So you get 12 songs. Well, technically you get 13 because they put the Doors of Perception demo from '93. They've put the title track and Past Illusions into the same track. They sort of bleed into each other, but they are 2 separate songs. But Really, really cool stuff. If you like that sort of really moody, atmospheric sort of death metal, which isn't afraid to go slow or go a little bit faster here and there, they mix it up a bit, but definitely one to get. Why do these things keep fucking popping up on here? It's fucking like AI thing talking about fucking stickers and shit. Fucking stickers. There's like a sticker on my fucking Ujimi flip. Who the fuck cares? But yeah, necrotomy. This is Auretic Awakening. So when I finally nabbed that bad boy, I was happy as Larry because I'd played the demos to death on YouTube, which is great. You know, you got I've probably got like people like Ken's Death Metal Crypt and stuff like that. Thanking for putting a load of those demos up. Some of them are so good, but yeah, a lot of the ones I learn about from this big old book. Oh yeah, some of you older boys will remember this one. This is the Slayer mag from the late 80s up to the early 90s. Big old book. This has got all of the issues in there, and it's fantastic. I mean, just look, there's some Bathory stuff going on there. Look. And what else? We've got old Arnie Bat down there doing his thing. I mean, look at this right here. You've got a couple of interviews from back in the day. Immolation and Five No More. Look at that. That's the way we do it. There's some mayhem going on here. Rare pictures of Euronymous and stuff because Metallion was one of Euronymous' best friends, and they hung out all the time. So you get loads of inside stuff from there. But yeah, Slayer Mag from Norway by Metallion, or John Christensen, as his actual name is. It's kind of ironic. Yeah, it's the shit. And yeah, see, Rog knows. He knows Slayer Mag is the one. And yeah, Ken is he's cost me a few quid. Yeah, some of those. But the thing is, though, a lot of those demos that he showed me, a lot of them are like members from other bands that I already know about. And it's like, how did these get past me? Like, absolutely insane. What else have I got going on here demo-wise? Because old Extreme Music as well, they put out reissues of demos all the time. They're fantastic. And I've shown a few of them on the channel. Which ones did I show? I've shown my Necrophagia. I showed that one. Master as well. I showed. I did one recently as well. Well, I've done a few of them ones, but they're always great. But yeah, the old demos, man, I'm all about them. All about them. So, what's some other demos from back in the day that might have skipped past me? Because I'll tell you one that I really like, and I think I might have done a video on this one. Oh, but it's right over there in the tapes. Oh, it doesn't want to move. Oh, I think I did it recently anyway. Well, you can see it on it was definitely a daily demo that I posted at one point. But Obscure Infinity, they're really, really cool. Got that sort of melodic death metal thing going on, but early mellow death, you know, when it was still really cool. And if you like your mellow death, oh, have I got a band for you. Speaking of motherfucking extreme music demo reissues, where are you, you little slut? There we go. Here's what we're talking about right here. Look at this. Here's one to check out for y'all. We're talking, of course, about intestine Baalism. Oh, and the Energumenous demo from 1994. Got 6 tracks on here, including a prologue and epilogue, so you get 4 belting songs. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't heard much more of Intestine Baalism, but I fucking love this demo, so maybe I should get some more stuff. But I always find a lot of the time you check out the demo and you're like, this is the shit, and you buy the album and you think this is shit. So a lot of the times if the demo is really, really good, a lot of the time I'll just stop there and be like, yeah, I don't want to get disappointed, so we're going to leave it to that. There we go there. Yeah, oh, they're all good, are they? They're all good. So I've got to look around, like, because I've got This is my phone holder thing. See, it's got like a zombie hand coming up, but it blocks half the fucking screen. So if I put... Oh, there we go. That's better. At that angle. Yeah, that's cool. That works. But yeah, you get the whole inside scoop there. Look, no liner notes in this one, but you do get all the artworks and stuff like that, and the tape and whatnot. Some old flyers and shit. But yeah, some of them come with liner notes in them that are really cool, really fun. Talking about those sort of days. Gotta love all that, man. Gotta love all that. I do anyway. Maybe I'm just a nerd. I don't know. Just I find all that sort of stuff really interesting. And oh, that was the other one I showed recently on the old camera. Yeah. The old Colombia Imperial del Terror and Massacre. Oh yeah, great Colombian ultra metal. This is the demo from 1989, and it's absolutely filthy, disgusting record. Behave yourself. Oh, absolutely nasty. But yeah, again, this one didn't come with liner notes or anything. But again, you know, you get the old photos and flyers, and you get the tape layout and stuff. So it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff. Like, I love the Extreme Cult series that they've been putting out. So like, there's the back there. Let's see, you can get a good idea of that. And oh, what's this? Have you heard the All Christ demo pre-Seance? I don't think I have. And Seance are pretty cool. They're one of those bands. Again, I need that CD. That's a fantastic album as well. That one with the like the Bible altar thing on the front with the green spirits coming out of it. Oh, that album's fantastic. But I can never find it. I can never get my greasy mitts on it. Another one as well that I can never get a hold of, which is a phenomenal album that I absolutely love and can't find anywhere, is An Evil Shade of Grey by Cemetery. Fucking brilliant album. But every time I look for it, it's either stupid expensive or it's going cheap when I haven't been paid. So tell me about this All Christ demo. That sounds pretty cool. Like a bit of the sounds of that. Oh yeah. Fucking. That was it, yes, For Never Lay to Rest. Yeah, that's a cool album. Like I say, I've got to get hold of that album at some point. It's ridiculous. But what's the other Seance one? Was it? Did they have an EP as well that came out maybe like after that? I think. But that was really cool. I remember listening to that because I heard a lot of people saying it was shit, and I think it just popped up on YouTube, and I was like, oh, let me give it a go. And I really dug it. I thought it was all right. Can't remember what it was called. I'm terrible when it comes to track names and album titles and all this sort of stuff. Oh mate, I'm the worst. Satanic Death Machine is here. Yeah, how's it going, brother? What's up? Salt Rubbed Eyes album. Ooh, don't know that one. Ooh. Always a nice one, always a good one. So now we'll. Oh, what are these? Oh, that's by Seance, is it? Oh, okay, cool. Let's check that out. That's a cool title, Salt Rubbed Eyes. I like that. That's wicked. So you're just discovering some new bands. Who are you discovering, my friend? Share them with the rest of the class. We need to know. We need to understand. I don't know if you can hear this music or not. Got old Anatomia on the go. Which has got to be done. The old Decaying in Obscurity. Their second album. From 2005, 2006. No, I think it was 2007. No, I don't know if I can remember. It was a few years ago. Oh yes. Also, you can expect another horror video to come up soon as well. Oh yes, just got done watching Puppet Master, so I thought that's got to be worth a video, ain't it? Surely. Yes. And old David Allen stop motion puppet magic. Gotta love it, mate. They just got this Butcher APC, Satanic Ripper, Supreme Lord, and Flesh Torture. Oh, mate. See, Satanic Ripper and Supreme Lord, I don't think I've come across them. Butcher ABC, they're cool, man. They're from Japan, of course. And they featured in some great bands over the years. Transgressor, Anatomia, who we listen to now. Catasexual Urge Motivation. No, sorry, not Catasexual Urge Motivation. Clotted Symmetric Sexual Organ. Members of that, fantastic stuff. But yeah, Butcher ABC are really cool. I've got their North of Hell album. That's really cool. And I've got their, I think it's a split with, who have I got a split with? Oh, I think it's with Hemorrhage. And, oh no, is it this one here actually, with General Surgery, I believe. Yeah, have a little look at it. Yeah, this is General Surgery and Butcher ABC. So yeah, very cool stuff. There's the boys there themselves. And when we're talking about Flesh Torture, oh, my friend, Flesh Torture is the shit. Oh, let me just put this CD back up here. Running out of bloody space, I tell you. It's getting ridiculous. Right, Flesh Torture. You're along here somewhere, you bastard. Oh, no, it's underneath, I think. Yeah, I've got to go this way to the other CD stack. Down there somewhere. Oh, I can't see shit. Yeah, Flesh Torture is the one, my friend. They're a fantastic band. Is this down here? Jesus Christ, who even knows anymore? Yeah. I've done a video on them, Shell. It's definitely worth checking out. That's one of the earlier videos as well, that was. No, it's not those there. It must be these here. There we go. Yeah, have a look at that. Yeah, The Stench of Humanity. Oh, what an album. That's their first album from, I believe, from, 2011. Fucking hell. Got this when it came out. And this was around the time where aliens were making a bit of a sort of a tentacled aliens, like a lot of Matt Riddick and the like Majewski, that kind of stuff going on. Yeah, out of Indonesia, fantastic band. Gotta love that whole scene. Got all the insides there. What else we got here? Supreme Lord from Poland, are they? Old Supreme Lord. Yeah, that sounds like it might be pretty cool then. I like me some Polish gear. And what else we got here? Caveman Attack is one unique band, which is a mix of gore grind and war metal. Yeah, I've heard someone mention them, but I didn't know they were like gore grind or war metal or anything. But something like that. What's your favourite Macabre album? Oh, Macabre, sorry, yes. It's either Sinister Slaughter or Dharma for me. Dharma's a cool one, has to be said. I also like that one. But all that stuff's good. But I don't actually own any Macabre yet. I need to change that. But yeah, Dharma I've heard several times, and that's a really cool one. It's just like you could just sit there and be like, oh, what kind of genre are Macabre? And you can just say yes, and it's all good. Am I Australian? No, I'm not. I'm British. I'm from the deep south. So we talk stupid. But I'm southern boy. Bloody, I'm so deep south that I've got to go north to go to London. Yeah, very south. Death thrash. Yeah, death thrash. It's always fun. So yeah, when you say death thrash, do I like death thrash? Do I have any death thrash bands, or are you talking about the song by INRI? Which I didn't. Oh, actually, now I've got these out. Here's a couple of stuff for you. Oh, of macabre. Yeah. But look at this. Y'all motherfuckers ever heard Flames from Germany? Oh mate. These are the only two records you need. Last Prophecy and Summon the Dead. Fucking brilliant. Proper old school speed metal. If you like things like Bulldozer and whatnot, Flames has got you covered. Don't you worry about that, my friend. Oh yes, Flames from Germany. They've put out a load of other stuff. It just doesn't do anything for me. But those two records, I mean, maybe they've got some other ones that are decent from back then, but those two from 87 and 89, I believe, they're just fantastic. Can't go wrong. Fucking hell. Usually I should just get up and make myself, make myself my life a bit easier, but nah, fuck that. You got to sweat it out. Have a look here. Also from the UK, yeah. If you've got any gigs lined up, assumed to playing in London soon, and we'll definitely be going to that one. I definitely want to check out some more live shows, but unfortunately, for the past 12 years or so, I've suffered with agoraphobia. So I've barely left the house as is. And the couple times I was able to get out to shows, at one point when I was getting a bit better and stuff, I managed to see Slayer on their farewell tour, and I managed to catch Archgoat in 2019. That was sick. Motherfucking Archgoat. But yeah, I've not been to a gig since, man. And it sucks. But, I'm slowly getting better and getting out there further, and I'm definitely on the mend. Coming out the other side. Yeah, mate. Mental health awareness and all that lot is what it is. But yeah, man, enjoy fucking Exhumed, bruv. Who else is going to be playing that one? What kind of good stuff they got going? Check out Kettle Cadaver. Okay, yeah. Get the old kettle out. Yeah. God damn it, these nose hairs, man. They're driving me mad. It's the one bad thing I picked up from the fucking jeans. Fucking nose hairs for days. Fucking, what is it? Don't matter, does it? Is what it is. Oh. So yeah, you're saying like macabre death thrash? I mean, I'm not going to argue with it. Okay. I need to listen to macabre again. Actually, it's been a while. What word genre of metal is there? Well, I mean, outside of like the stuff I like, obviously, I think things like metalcore and deathcore and all that stuff. It's not for me. It's too clean and pretty. It's just But of all the extreme metal sort of stuff that I do like, I guess stuff like that DSBM, like depressive suicidal black metal. Some of it's like, okay, yeah, it's fine. Like Leviathan are cool, but like, I'm good there. And the other stuff I've tried, like that Shining guy, I've tried listening to that, and it's okay, but I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me. As much as I love brutal death metal and like proper decent slam, a lot of this slam shit that comes out I can't stand. Loads of it, and like a lot of the and again, I'm not having to go with the label here, but a lot of the bands that come out these days or over the past few years, that's on like New Standard Elite. There's a lot of that. I just think it just sounds like the same band to me, going over and over again. Now, don't get me wrong, they're a great label. They look after their bands really well, from what I'm told. And the dude who runs it's meant to be an absolute gem, so all good for that. And they got some good shit on there. I mean, bloody hell, they just put out Torso Fuck's new EP, and that shit is the shit. But yeah, there's always like something from some of these, subgenres that I love, but for them, a lot of it is just, yeah. So I don't know what the worst genre would be, but I'm not a big fan of power metal, I've got to say. That sort of irks me a bit. But nothing against it. It's just whenever I hear it, I just think like, oh dear. So there's a lot of bands as well that I find people go on about like, oh, they're absolutely amazing and all this and whatnot, and it's just like Manowar. It's like I get why people are into it. I'm like that with anything. You know, I can hear something like, yeah, I can understand why people are like that. That's fine. You know, people probably don't understand why I like stuff. But yeah, I hear things like Manowar or Nasty Savage, and I'm just, oh, I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. And I've tried. You better believe I've tried. What's the most offensive band album that you have? I guess it kind of depends, really, on what your idea of offensive is. I mean, if we're talking like Sick and Twisted, I guess, I mean, it's a little bit hard to beat Gore and Perversion by Desecration. That's a great fucking record, and that's very sick and disgusting. But then you've also got Man's True Nature by Infernal Torment. Great record. Again, very offensive stuff. But then, you know, I've also got some black metal, like, you know, like Goat Moon. People like, you know, people don't like Goat Moon because he's like a racist or something, and it's like, yeah, he's probably a cunt, but makes great tunes though, and that's what I'm here for. The tunes. Basement Rats, is that a band, my bruv? If so, let me what they like. That sounds like some sort of crust or punk thing. Would be fucking boring if we all like the same. Damn right it would be. Oxidized Razor, yeah, they're a cool band. I need to get more of their stuff. I've only got their split with Fluids, but I definitely need to get some more Oxidized Razor. That's definitely one. So you're getting better. Oh, mate, 2006 Putrefy. We're talking Putrefy from Ireland, right? I'm assuming, because there's a few Putrefies, but that Hell Ripper guy sings about goats but can't own one. Yeah, the one from Ireland. Yeah, they're cool. I used to like a lot of that stuff back when one of my splits I used to have, and it was one of those ones that just grew legs and vanished. But that was, I believe it was Putrefy, Blasphemized, and who was the other band? May have been Blunt Force Trauma. I can't remember, but that was fantastic. But yeah, Putrefy was some cool sort of like brutal death. I haven't heard a lot of their stuff from like more recent years. I think I heard one of their EPs, and it was like, yeah, it was cool. But like, I think in the early days, like when Connor was in the band and stuff, like, yeah, that stuff was good. I need to get some actually, so I haven't got any of that stuff at the minute. I do like some Hell Ripper though. Yeah, Hell Ripper are cool. Got their EP. Was it Black Arts and Alchemy, something like that? Really, really cool EP. I haven't got any of their other stuff though. I think that was one of the ones that I just sort of like just listened to and just think, yeah, I'm good. That scratched the itch. So what else we got here? Router steals 90% of Nightside's income. I don't know who Nightside is, my friend, but I know who Router is. Is it Router? Is that how you pronounce it? He's that Finnish dude. It does, right? He is Finnish. There's that black metal channel. Some of his interviews are cool, man. I've watched what ones have I seen with him? Like the Archgoat one and Blood Chalice. I think I watched the Wolves in the Throne Room one as well. And yeah, I've seen a few of that guy's videos. He seems pretty cool, but I don't know who Nightside is. And yeah, he has a black metal band by the name of Nightside. But is it his band though? Like, does he hire those musicians like, on the side, or was it all of them together saying, "Let's start a band," and he's just taking all the money? And where are we getting this info to, as well? I'm not saying I don't believe you, obviously, but You got to be careful these days. People, they throw all kinds of things around. He's the vocalist. Okay. But that's what I mean. Like, is that his band? And he's like hired the other guys. Like, oh yeah, I'm starting a band. If you guys want to get in on it, then feel free. Or did they start it together? Was it like a joint venture? And if he is taking 90% of their money and they're letting that happen, then more for them. You know, I don't know the ins and outs of it. This is the first time I've heard about these people. I didn't even know he was in a band. I just thought he did the YouTube thing. So he offended by me because I told him that the show former lineup poster his video intros. Hang on. Oh, okay. I'll see. So did he show like an old poster that was out of date or something, and you let him know about it, and he like cried or something? I've had those kinds of exchanges with people. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. Some people have. Yeah. 2 OG members left, and he is one of them. Okay. So I mean, where are you getting the number 90% as well? Like, do we know that's an exact figure that's being taken, and where are you hearing that from? We've got to get things straight around here, you know. Don't like none of this hen house rumor mill bullshit. We deal with the facts. Facts from his bandmates. Current ones or old ones? Because that can make a difference, you know. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, I mean, but if his bandmates know about this and they're still hanging out with him and doing it, then I don't know. I just think, well, leave then if it's that much of a problem. But you know, band politics. It's always churning, on the go, on the move. Never bloody ends, really. So what else is going down? What else is happening? That router guy put them in a trigger. Don't quite know what you mean by that, my friend. You mean like he triggered them and pissed them off and they all like cried or something? Oh, as a hostage, what you're saying? Are you saying Router held these guys at gunpoint? Is that what you're saying? There's a sample on that Putrefy album that I've always wanted to know which movie it came from. Can't say the name as it keeps. So, so you're saying that, yeah, okay. So you're saying they put he held a gun to him. Okay. Again, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just track number 3. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, my man. Yeah, I've not heard Putrefy in a long old time, and many of these albums you see behind me, they're loaded with samples. So yeah, I'll have to check it out at some point and see if I can get back to you in the comments about it. Can you? Does it say anything? Like, can you type in what it says in the thingy to a degree? Yeah, horror's the shit, mate. That's why. Horror's fucking awesome. Which band do I consider the most rip-off band? County Medical Examiners, but they're actually kind of cool, and they know what they're doing, so that doesn't really count, I guess. You know, they're just absolute carcass rip-offs. But rip-off band that maybe like in a shameless way sort of thing, or do you know? Because there's a lot of bands, man, that are just like. But a lot of these clone bands sound cool as well, man. I mean, Discord from California is one of my favorite bands, and those first couple of Devangelic albums, I mean, all of the Devangelic albums are really good, but those first two, they're just, you know, those are clones of Discord, and they sound fantastic. But this rip-off band, I mean, yeah, I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, I once heard this band called Antithesis from, I think they're from Indonesia, and that was absolute Origin worship to the point where I think Origin could have sued them. That was just like, Jesus fucking hell. But yeah, I don't really know on that one, man, because I like a lot of these sort of clone bands and stuff. You know, I showed one on camera recently, Retortion, who are sort of well, again, they're not really a clone of a Repulsion, but you can see that the blatant influences, particularly with their logos done in the same text. You know, they have their own zombie head as a sort of a logo sort of thing going on as well. Well, what about you? Who do you consider a rip-off band? Like what to you is a worship band and what's a rip-off band? Because again, one of my favorite bands of all time is Mortician, and that band Massacred, which sounds just like them. I think that's cool as well. Yeah, so yeah, I don't really mind sometimes, but I don't know, man. I do not know. I like my review of Pieces. Good man, good man. Yeah, that's a great movie. Not enough people talk about that, and that's got Christopher George in it as well. That guy's cool. You know, he always plays that kind of crooked guy. Literally 60% of black metal. Who do you reckon they're ripping off? I mean, a lot of them are ripping off, like, I guess, influenced, perhaps you could say, by like Celtic Frost, of course, and whatnot. I mean, you listen to a lot of those old Dark Throne records, and it's just very Frostish riffage going on, particularly in that song, the Shadow of the Horns, off of The Blaze in the Northern Sky. And oh man, that's a great tune as well. But that's some straight up Celtic Frost worship, straight there. But yes, literally 60. Dark Throne, Mayhem, Burzum, Dissection, and Emperor Marduk. Are they the rip-off bands, or are those the bands that keep getting ripped off? But again, some of that Emperor worship's really cool. You hear Vargrav? That's some cool shit, man. From Finland. And Finland have some great black metal. Oh, mate. Constantly putting that stuff out. They can't be stopped. They're lunatics. Oh, those are the bands that get ripped off. Yeah, that's generally how it goes. You know, like Venom as well. You could throw them in there. I'll tell you what about Dissection though. Like, they're a cool band, but I never got the fuss. You know, whenever I listen to it, I just feel like, okay, cool. But yeah, it just doesn't hit me the way it does some people. I don't know why. I mean, it ticks all the right boxes. You know, it's like black metal meets Iron Maiden, but you know, and I love both of those things. Musicians are ultimately underrated and not employed. That's very true. Pertinence, member of Immortal. Well, do you like Pertinence, member of Immortal Damnation? Oh yeah, I have. That's that. Yeah, I haven't got it, but I do want to grab it. That's the one where the artwork's in the cemetery, right? Yeah, if that's the one I'm thinking of, then yeah, that's a cool album. But Immortal Damnation, I don't think I've heard those guys. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, Pertinence. I think that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, that's the one. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's a cool album. I still need to grab that. I do enjoy that record. I still need to grab those Incubus albums too, or what was it they changed their name to? Fuck it. What was it, Oppressor or something? I can't remember. Top of my head. Once I see the word, I'll be like, fucking, oh, of course it was. But yeah, I need to grab those first 2 Incubus albums too. Those are wicked. There's a bunch of Opprobrium. That was it. Yes, yes, yes. Serpent Temptation is a classic. Ooh, I bet it is. And then, so yeah, I need to get those Incubus records. I have got an Incubus CD, but not that one. Oh no, we're talking Mike Brown Incubus. Oh yes. Oh, God Died on His Knees demo. Fantastic stuff. 3 tracks of absolute dirty fucking death metal from 87, I think it is. Pretty sure it's 87, but yeah, that's the shit. Mike Brown's the only member alive now as well. The other 2 unfortunately passed away. I believe one of them commits suicide and the other one I can't remember. I think it was like cancer or something, which is normally the case. No, but yeah, it is what it is. It gets done, makes it happen. I love all that old school death metal stuff, man. Just yeah, see, Roger knows. Incubus demo is wicked. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you one band that does get ripped off a shitload, and that is Entombed. When you listen to a lot of that stuff coming out of Sweden in the early 90s, or the amount of bands that wanted to be Entombed, it's just like, Jesus fucking Christ, like you guys aren't even trying to be different or original. This is just shit. And some of them are really good, you know, like that, was it Comacon? Well, they were pretty cool. You know, and there's other bands knocking about, you know, that sort of take from that Swedish sound, you know, but though they had a similar guitar tone, they had their own sound, you know, like Grave and whatnot, and you know, Dismember. You know, they sound like their own band. They just have very similar guitar sounds, like Nihilist and Entombed and that. But a lot of those bands coming out were just like, oh yeah, we've made a Left Hand Path album too. No, you haven't, mate. Not even close. Tried your best, but so yeah, that's they've been ripped off a lot. And Incantation as well. A lot of people these days are like saying, oh, there's a lot of these incantation worship bands, and there are. I'm definitely one of them. I said it in this video. In fact, a lot of these bands are ripping off Incantation, but that's nothing new. Like you know, death and roll stuff. Yeah, I'm not a fan of death and roll. Ultimately, the only Entombed record I like is Left Hand Path. I don't even really listen to the follow-up to that because I don't like the vocals. It sounds like a bear waking up from hibernation. You ever hear the beginning of Stranger Eons where he's like, sleepy bear? I was like, oh man, you had some cool riffs going there, and now it's, yeah, I don't know, man. But it is what it is. But yeah, that Wolverine Blues, couldn't get into any of that. But I didn't mind the, what was that one song? That was on the Eye Master, is it? I thought that was okay. That had its moments, but other than that, it was like, no, what it sounds like, it's Pungent Stench. First album is top notch. Yeah, that was To God's Your Soul, To Me Your Flesh. Was that their first album? And then after that, they had the Been Caught Buttering, didn't they? That's like my cut off. Everything after that, I've heard it. It's cool. It's out there. It's weird, but it does nothing for me. But when it comes to Pungent Stench, I'm a demos man. You know, got those 2 demos sitting behind me. Got them this year. They finally got reissued. But I would like to get that first Pungent Stench out, if that's the one, if I'm right. But yeah, To God Your Soul, To Me Your Flesh. I think that was their first one. But yeah, I've heard that a few times, and that's a banger. You listen to Yo-Yo Rap. Every now and then I'll throw something on, like a Cypress Hill or something from like the early 90s, but that's like very rarely that will happen. I just like a good beat and a bit of like, that stuff sounds grimy as well, and you've got that sort of old school drum machine thing going on that I always like. But yeah, I don't own any albums or anything. I think the closest thing I've got is Body Count, and that probably gets played once every year or two. Put it down on this. He's like, yeah, cool. Bit of that going on. I like the demos and first album only, really. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yes, that's usually the same with how my thing goes. For originality, the musician should get influence from 2 or more different subgenres. Yeah. I mean, there's some truth to that, sure. I mean, a really good band called Digest out of Germany. They're pretty recent. They're pretty new. They come out over the past like maybe a few years or so, and they got an EP called A Tube in the Head, and I think that sounds pretty original for these days. Anyway, I mean, there's other stuff out there you can find, but when you put something like that on in this big sea of death metal and death grind and whatnot, for a band like that to throw in some of that sort of really like proper hardcore sort of stuff, fantastic shit. What else we got here? We got mixing Mortician with Dissection. That could be interesting. Yeah, imagine Mortician with a bunch of fucking like Maiden solos and shit, doubling up on the harmonies. Yeah. What's this? Don't hold back and split your Red Sea. Good to know. Have you heard a newer one-man band called Prometheus? Mortician worship, good stuff. I haven't, but you've sold me already. Yeah, there's some good Mortician stuff out there. Like, have you heard Mortuary Ghoul? Really cool stuff there. Very Mortician influenced. Same with Mephitic Corpse. They're really cool as well. Got their demo and their album out there. Really cool stuff. What genres is this talk about? Any genres really, girl or boy or whoever the fuck you are. Yeah, death metal, black metal, death grind, gore grind, doom, slam, the brutals. So how's your thrash metal? Yeah, I like some thrash metal. I'm quite fussy when it comes to thrash, gotta be honest, when it comes to that sort of stuff. But the stuff I do like, I really like. Like a couple of bands I've talked about on the channel before, Sacrifice from Canada. Their first 2 albums are fantastic. Yeah, see, he knows the Mephitic Corpse album's filthy. Of course it bloody well is. Of course it is. It's up on my shelf, mate. Other thrash too. I like a lot of black thrash. That stuff from like South America, like the Sarcophago. That's what I meant to say, not INRI. That's their album. Yeah, Sarcophago. Do you like Beyonce? No, I do not. Not even as a person. I hear she's not a very nice person. And you should drink more water. It's very, very good advice. Nocturnal Breed, Pizza Death, or Sublimed. I don't think I know any of those. So there's a bunch of new bands for me to check out there. I've heard Nocturnal Blood. They've got one of the coolest logos going. Yeah, they're a pretty decent band from a bit of black metal going on. But yeah, what other thrash have I got? There's Terradome from Terradome, sorry. Am I in Nuclear Remains? Oh, into what a weird question. I don't think I've heard them, my friend. See, I'm a bit of I'm not a deep one on the thrash. Got to be honest. Like I love like Volcano, Mutilator, early Metallica. Not a Megadeth fan. I cannot stand Dave Mustaine's voice. Phenomenal guitarist, great riffage. Just no, I'm good. Yeah, let's have a little look around here. Whatever thrash. Like I was saying, like Terradome from Poland. They're pretty cool. Sodom, love Sodom. Sodom are a great band. They're one of those bands where obviously a lot of their stuff is a lot better than others, but I've liked everything they've put out. Like some you listen to it, it's like, yeah, it's okay. You know, like they're self-titled, you know, stuff like that. It's like, yeah, it's fine, but it's not a regular spin like M16 or Obsession with Cruelty or Under the Sign of Evil, Manic. So, fucking the songs, they're fucking the titles, they escape me, particularly when you're rolling, because you don't want to. Do you think Bull are underrated in first wave black metal? Absolutely. Fucking Days of Wrath and fucking Bloody Vengeance, whatnot, Final Separation, Anthropophagy. Yeah, great tunes, great albums. Yeah, really cool stuff. They're a newer brutal death metal band, but in the old style. Check out their album. Excellent. And who was that? Was Nuclear Remains, you say? Oh, fucking hell, that went weird. Bloody mentioned Nuclear Remains, and your fucking phone just counted this thing saying, "You want to know about these?" Jesus Christ. Yeah, cool. No, so I'll check them out. Yeah. Like again, like if we talk about thrash and nuclear stuff like that band Nuclear Assault, musically cool, vocals I can't do them. Those sort of higher vocals like Overkill, can't get into, man. And like with Exodus, it's not my style. Just like the only sort of higher vocals like that I let sort of go about is like Merciful Fate and stuff. And even then, I ain't like old Merciful Fate. As soon as King Diamond learned how to sing properly, I think he lost the magic. When he'd still have his voice break and hit like flat notes from time to time, it sounded so much more maniacal, man. He sounded like he was fucking mental. And then he sort of learnt to sing properly and was hitting all the notes, and it was like, oh well, now you're just boring. Now you're just some talented guy. We've got enough of them as it is, and I hate most of them. So you've no idea about metal other than black metal. Do you like ad hominem? I like using ad hominem, but I don't think I've heard the band. Though mind you, I've probably come across 70 bands in the past called ad hominem. So you have no idea about metal other than black metal. What are some of your favourite black metal bands, my friend? And maybe we can steer you onto some other genre stuff that might tick those boxes for you. Help you get into some of it. Talking of high vocals, do you like Agent Steel? I don't think I've heard them either. Skeptics Apocalypse is awesome. I'll have to check it out. What are they? We're talking like Agent Steel. That sounds like a heavy metal name. You know what I mean? It's like I can imagine their logos sort of like in italics and metallic at the same time. You know, I could just see some album art with motorcycles and angel wings and swords and fire. Is that the sort of thing we're talking? Speed metal from 1985. You sold me. You sold. I'm a huge fan already. I haven't even heard them. Brilliant. Yeah, I'll get on some of that. Another very underrated band from '85, of course, is the UK's Onslaught. Power from Hell. What a fucking album that is. Absolute banger. Another underrated band with sort of that speed punk thrash kind of thing is Virus from the UK. Check out their album Force Recon or Pray for War or Lunacy. Great records. Let's see. You like Satanic War Master? Great band. Barathrum. Cool band. Yeah, we talked about them recently, didn't we? Yeah, I've got their CD out there, a couple of their albums. Legions of Pekeli and Sartana, or as I like to call it, Lord of Pickles and Sultana. But yeah, so what else we got there? Craft. I think I've heard them. Armageddon, not aware. War Moon Lord. Heard of? Don't think I've actually checked them out. Mystifier, great band. Their album Wicca is an absolute masterpiece, and it's by far one of the most evil-sounding records known to man. So you up there who likes the black metal, go check out Mystifier, Wicca, because that can bring you into the death metal side of things quite nicely. There, that's a great record. And then after you've listened to that, listen to Thermia Gochia by Suma, whatever it is. it's fucking Latin, you know what I mean? By imprecation. Go from, so you want, hold on, let me grab them so you can see the artworks. This might help. Right, so you want Mystifier, Wicker. Whack that on, absolute banger of an album. And then after that, check out Imprecation. This is some death metal, but it's a nice transition from this because you get that same sort of lower tempo keyboards, but it's not afraid to go fast when it needs to. And this is, yeah, I'm always forgetting the name of this one, Theurgia Goshia Summer. So it's a, can you read that on the side of the spine? I don't know if you can read that or not, but yeah, it's their demo compilation. Fantastic record, just from start to finish, absolutely monstrous. Sounds evil as dirt as well. So, and that dirt can be pretty evil. Let's go Arcona. Not heard them. Violite. Not heard them. Or Marduk. Yeah, they're a cool band. Or Marduk. Of course you do, Peter. You know what's good for you. What else have we got here? Who else have you mentioned? Archgoat, mate, fantastic band, great live as well. Really, really cool band. Always been fond of those guys for a good 12 years now. So again, they're one of those bands I was kind of late to the party. It was about 2014, I think it was, that I found those guys. But love it. And Beherit, yeah. When it comes to Beherit, you know, I can. Most of their stuff I can take it or leave it, but their old stuff is like, yeah, primo, mate. Like Over the Black Blood, live at Devil Studio. Oh, naughty stuff. And Dodd's Third. I don't think I've heard Dodd's Third, but I've read a lot about them. They're quite out there, aren't they? They're quite interesting, apparently. Like quite experimental with their black metal. Quite. So I might have to look into some of that. Have you been writing any new music? Oh, you better believe it, my friend. You better believe it. I'm one of those people though where I don't put out just anything. Sometimes I record like an entire album's worth of music and be like, yeah, that was cool, got it out of the system, and I just delete the whole lot. But no, I want to put out a new record this year or next year for Bonesaw Lobotomy, my one-man death metal project that I do. And I've got a few little projects that I sort of do because I've played in bands and stuff, and I find it very hard to gel with people, you know, because a lot of the sort of bands I've been in are people who just wanted to be in bands, so they can like. Whereas, you know, I want to make fucking music. I want to make art. You know, I'm not all this constant like, we've got to put another album. Oh, we've got to do another one. Got to make sure it's like, dude, just do it because you love it. You're making it a lot of work. So I've not been in a band in a long old time, and yeah, I've been doing one-man stuff since like 2009. So I like to keep it that way. And I've got might do some more Unmerciful Terror stuff, the grinding sludge sort of thing, but you know. So which metal YouTuber you hate the most? I don't hate anybody, man. To be honest with you, I'm a really chill guy, you know. But yeah, I don't know really, man. I mean, sometimes I see some of these photos of like like they do like the thumbnail in their video, and they're pulling their most sort of tell me I'm pretty face, and I'm like, oh, I see why you're on YouTube. You don't give a shit about any of this stuff. You just think you're hot and want to get in on something. And I'm not just having a go at birds either, because some of them are really cool. What was that? Is it Mel? Who's got a death metal channel? She's cool. She's genuinely into this sort of shit. But then I see other videos as well. Like one of them was like, oh, I'm doing a Mortician reaction video. Here I'm in my Mortician shirt. It's like, so you've never heard of them and you've got the shirt, or you have heard of them and you're pretending to react? Because I fucking hate reaction videos. They're just bullshit. They're not actually reacting to anything. It's something they've already heard, and they do that really over dramatic acting when they watch it. And it's like, dude, we know this isn't real. This is fucking shit. This is not entertainment. And Yeah, so there's no particular. I had to stop watching J Dog's channel. That was simply because it was just getting so repetitive, and like even he said so himself, you know. And so I was like, just before Dead by Dog last year, I was like, I'm out. I can't hear the Rovers Fest story again, you know. Just, and I noticed as well with J Dog as well is that he means well, but I think he's a little insecure to the point where he might be a little ashamed of it because he kind of overdoes it a bit with the testosterone and like. But I've never heard any other straight man say, "Oh, you won't see me in a gay bar because I'm heterosexual." It's like, calm down, it's okay. No, but he tends to add a year to when he got into metal as well. I remember once before I was chatting about this with a friend. We were watching a video. We both noticed at the same time. We were like texting. Was like, "I want a fucking minute." He says he got like in the old days when he started the channel. I think he said he was 12 years old when he went into his brother's room with his other brothers, looked for their tapes. They found Sacred Reich, and then like a year later he was 11. And then after that, when he got into them. And he always said then it was like 3 years later that he got into Cannibal Corpse. Well, when Garza did that Chris Barnes video, and Justin was talking about it afterwards, he was like, "Why doesn't he go on my show? I've been a fan of Cannibal Corpse since I was 10." Like, no, you haven't. But by your maths, you're at least 13 or 14. You said you got into them 3 years after you did Sacred Reich when you were 11 or 12, which eventually, but now you've been into Cannibal Corpse since you were 10. Which is it? You know, so that tends to switch up and down a little bit, all at the same time while he's yelling like, "Oh yeah, if you get into stuff when you get into it, was it matter?" It's like, all right, so why do you keep winding your clock back earlier? You know, I found this shit when in '99, no earlier than that, '99. I was 11. Right, that's how old I was. And I see people who are younger than me. I'm 38 this year, and I've seen people. And this isn't anything against J Dog. I'm sure he's a lovely bloke. You know, I actually do really like the guy. But yeah, you know, some things just. And I hope you guys call me out if you hear me fucking contradict myself. But you know, we're all human. We do things. But the fuck was I just talking about? Oh, I don't know, man. I was talking about something. But yeah, and oh, that's right. Yeah, people on his channel, I've seen in the comments, they've been like, "Oh, I'm 36 this year, and I've been into cannibal since '96." Like, you're a fucking liar. No, you haven't. You're talking out of your fucking arsehole. Can't stand shit like that. That annoys me. It's like adding a few years on the stuff. I know people that I've introduced them to a band, and then the following year they've tried telling me they've been into them for like years. Like, you fucking haven't. You hadn't even heard of them last year. You're talking to the wrong guy. I'm the one who fucking told you about them. That happens a lot. But oh man, just yeah, when it comes to metal YouTube, there's not a lot of them that I really watch, because some of them I listen to them and I find kind of annoying. Like there was one recently, and it was just some like soy boy from fucking San Francisco, whatever, with fucking, I don't know, one of those sort of beta male types where he was just like talking about that guy from Skeletal Remains. And oh mate, the way he was talking about it, you'd think the guy had like fucking raped this bitch and pulled her spine out. And it was like, dude, calm down. You know, it's just shit like that. Like a lot of these YouTubers want to play hall monitor. You know, you see that a lot, and people are like, "Oh, there's a lot of people who get offended by the death metal shit as well." So I don't listen to it then. They say, "But I'm a death metal fan." No, you're not. You're really not. And you know, I'm not trying to gatekeep or anything, but that's like saying, sitting there going, "Oh yeah, I love horror, but not the scary or gory ones." No, that's not right. That's wrong. That shouldn't be allowed. Fuck off then. It's called death metal, for fuck's sake. Oh, I don't know, man. I'm not saying that excuses people's behaviour, but when you get these people calling out bands like, "Oh, in the '90s they had a song that had the word faggot in it," it's like, okay, did anyone die? No, it's all good. Everyone's fine. Oh, wicked. So, what's the most gore movie you can recommend? Oh, mate, I've seen some gory movies in my time. What's a gory one? Oh, did you ever see that French Canadian film called Martyrs? That was a pretty cool film because it had like a running sort of religious theme through it as well. That was pretty cool. But if you just want some cool, straight up gore that you haven't got to concentrate or anything like that, you can't go wrong with those terrifying movies that came out recently. I don't care what the horror purists say. It's, no, they're shit. You just don't like them because they're new. They're fucking great. I love them. Gory as fuck. But another gore movie I'd recommend. I mean, oh man, so many. I mean, yeah, I like that House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects. That's one of those guys, man. I like what I like. It's right in front of me. Those Phantasm movies, they're the shit. Just looking at my Manhattan, anything by Fulci, you know, Manhattan Baby, Zombie Flesh Eaters, City of the Living Dead, The Beyond, New York Ripper, House by the Cemetery. Just yeah, there's some good movies. Last House on the Left by Wes Craven from the 70s. Yeah, got some nice stuff. Do you like scarecrows? Funnily enough, it's right there on my shelf. So yes, I do like scarecrows. But gore is off the charts. And thank you for watching my channel. I like to get to the point. But yeah, it got to that point with J Dog as well. Like I say, I still like, and he does fantastic interviews. Like if you want like the best extreme metal interviews, I think J Dog's the guy to go to because he asks questions as a fan himself, and it's the sort of shit us nerdy people like to know about. And particularly when he takes bands like Carcass all the way back to the demos, and they're like, "Oh, you're going all the way back?" Yeah, you know, to the good stuff. You're so right. Yeah, Terrifier 2 is gory as fuck, man. But yeah, all three of those movies, I have a great time with those, throwing them on. They're awesome. And the director of those movies has a great attitude as well. He's like, if you're offended by my film, fuck off and don't watch it. Yes, mate. Because you know what it's like these days. I don't want to be one of those political channels, but fucking hell. Everyone's complaining about shit these days. Does my fucking head in. It's like no one's happy unless they're fucking moaning about something. But yeah, scarecrows, man. Boom. Ow. Very, very unique film. I mean, a bunch of like mercenaries or something just turn up on a farm and get attacked by scarecrows. I don't know what else you want. It's fantastic stuff. Try and get it without the glare, shall we? So there's the original poster art there, and there's the redone one. But I like the original, the sort of like spookiness of the photo. It's cool. Terrify is a great thrash metal band. If they are, I haven't heard of them, but I will take your word for it. I want to think of what other thrash metal bands. Oh, I like that early first couple by Demolition Hammer. Oh. In fact, I think Epidemic of Violence could be the heaviest thrash metal album of all time. Because it's just monstrous. And of course, you know, that's early Slayer stuff. Absolutely fantastic. You know, so there's some thrash out there that I do genuinely love, but as a genre goes, I'm not really a thrasher, you know. I've got mates who are, you know, so no offense to them. You hear that one a lot, didn't you? I've got friends who are. But yeah, we'll check that one. I've never heard of it. That Scarecrows, is it? Moulder's first EP was pretty heavy. Yeah, Moulder's cool, man. I like Moulder. I still need to get their album that came out last year, that or year before, whatever it was. I've got the first two, like their I've got their I've got their Vanishing Cadavers, and I've got the album that came out after that, which is I preferred the first one, I think, if I remember rightly. Hang on, is it down? Oh shit! There it is. Yeah, Vanished Cadavers and Engross and Decay. I don't think I've got the EP, but I like that Melting Rock band as well. That Aaron from Moulders in. He just says drums really cool. They're doing an Epidemic of Violence has some massive drums. Yes, it fucking does. Those things hit you in the fucking chest. Yeah, because I've heard people before. I think it was actually J Dog's channel when he was talking to the boys from Fluids. They asked like what he thinks the heaviest thrash metal album was, and that got me thinking as well. And I was like, oh, I never really thought about it. You know, like which one's like the heaviest? And I think after a while, I was just listening through some of my records, and I had Epidemic of Violence on, and I was like, as far as thrash goes, this could be the heaviest that I've heard, at least. Just that guitar tone, those huge drums, his vocals are really on point on that record. And I like the first one too, but I do prefer Epidemic of Violence. I think it's because that one, I think I heard the first one first, but I don't think I was in the mood for that kind of music. So I first heard it, I was like, yeah, it's pretty cool. But then when I heard Epidemic of Violence for the first time, when I was actually going out of my way to find that kind of music, I was just like, yeah, this is the shit. So, yeah, I do tend to prefer that one, but it's what it is, you know, they're both great records, like I say. I still need to get the first one. Dear, ask me what's heavier than Goat Moon. Most things. I do like Goat Moon, though. Cool band. Not heavy, of course, but very, very cool. I love their Death Before Dishonor album. It's a fantastic record. Raw as fuck. Punky in the right places. Got melody where it needs it, but it's not pretty melody. It's just, the whole thing is just horrid. I love it. Fucking brilliant. And I think most things I've heard by Goat Moon have been good. I think I've heard the odd things here and there, like some of those like 7 inches he's put out. I think some of them have been a bit questionable. Like that, what was that, like Terminator one he did recently or something? I can't fucking remember. But yeah, I didn't think I was impressed by that one. And some of their like other like sort of, I think I got some splits or something where it's a bit noisy and it's like, it's cool. But yeah, it is what it is. I like Finished Steel. Yeah, that's a cool album. The other one I've got is Stella Polaris. That's a really cool record. I've done a video on that one. And I think I've done a video on Death Before Dishonor, or have I? Can't remember. I've done over 300 videos now at this point, so always fun. So bound to be some repeats in there. In fact, there's been a few times where I've had to like check to make sure I've not done a certain album yet. And I'm happy to do albums twice, like, because, you know, it's like a different date, a different time, and listen to them, be like, yeah, see if it still holds up to what I was saying in the first record, a video or something. But oh man, yeah, I'm all for that. Yeah, gotta be done. And what was that other one as well he'd done? It had the how's bigger is your room when you put that much CDs and merch? Not that much, and to be honest with you, dude, those CDs you see there behind me, that's just, you know, a few there, and I've got that stack there, got my tapes there and some bundled around here. Like, I've got a respectable collection, but when you see some of these YouTubers and they've got like rooms and walls and entire shelving units dedicated to this stuff, it's like, well, I haven't got that, and I don't want it either, to be honest with you, because every one of these releases you see around here gets listened to. You know, I haven't got any of those albums on the shelf where it's like, oh, I haven't listened to this in about 12 years. Then why do you have it? Why did you buy it? What are you doing? Stop wasting your time. Stop wasting my time. Well, fuck off. And a lot of it, I think, is just like, you know, I've only got a little trainer. So they just get the huge collection. And there were some of these YouTubers I've watched as well in the past. They've been like, oh, I've got this album and I've got this one and I got this one back in like 05 and it's still in its fucking plastic wrap. It's like, I mean, collect whatever you want to collect, but, you know, just, I don't know, man. It just seems weird to me. Like when people are like, oh, like then you've got like J-Dog, for instance. He's got like 14 copies of the same Merciful Fate record because it comes in 14 different colours. I'm just like, all right, man. You know, your money, your time, your shelf, your passion. You do you. But me, it's like, damn, son. Like I've probably got all in all over 1,000 units, but like I say, it all gets listened to, and a lot of these, like a lot of them are tapes as well. Like storage matters. It does matter, mate. Storage does matter. So yeah, this room isn't that big, but it's mostly occupied by horror and metal. But even then, you know, very humble sizes compared to like a lot of these other YouTubers. Like you got that. Oh, who's that? It's another lad, and he puts a lot of videos up where he's got his turntable there, and he's like pulling the album out the shelf, and he puts it on, and it's like fucking. He's got like the library from Ghostbusters, just vinyl, and it's like Jesus Christ, man! Like that dude from Midnight. Like when you see his record collection, I'm just like, man, that's whew, pretty crazy stuff. But I'm sure that guy listens to all of his shit. But a lot of these people, you can just sort of tell. We're like, yeah, you bought it for just so you can say you have it. You're not listening to it, and I could be listening to it. Yeah, I agree, man. But when you see, and it's like when like even and like at least J-Dog actually admits that sort of stuff. Like he says, like he's got all these like right, and he says like a lot of these I just happen to archive them. And it's like, well, that's cool, but I don't really see the point. You know, if I'm not going to listen to an album, I don't want it. You know, it's taking up space for an album that I do want to listen to. So yeah, I'm all about that sort of thing. But you know, cassettes are fine, but LPs ruin your finances. They do, but I do love them as well. And that's the great thing about my collection. I can just run my fingers along, grab something, pull it out, and be like, "Let's go." In fact, let's do it right now. Ooh, on this block here, what we got? What am I grabbing? We don't know yet, but we're about to find out. I'll bet you anything it's a fucking banger. Of course it is. It is. Oh, Immortal. Look at that. All shelf full. Cool album. Definitely a fun one. There's 7 tracks on this bad boy. Oh, yes. Beautiful. A lot of people don't like the sort of later sort of Immortal stuff. I think it's cool. I like all Immortal. You know, I think it's all good. Even the new stuff without a bath. I think it's cool. Look at those guys. Got all that going on. They got all that going on. Now, I am one of those people who thinks corpse paint looks a bit silly. I'm desensitized to it now. So when I see them, like, oh, cool, yeah, black metal band, wicked, doing your thing. Good for you. Hope you're enjoying yourself. I fully support your mode of expression. I ain't going to be fucking doing it. But what I do like as well, oh, we've got that gatefold action. And look at that. Let's put it sideways, but look at that for a centerfold. Awesome artwork. Gotta love it. Yeah, but cassettes, I love cassettes. I've got over 450 of the bastards. So I'm definitely a fan. But the beauty of it as well is that most of them are grindcore ones. And, you know, a lot of them are just like splits that have been put onto cassette. So a lot of these are just like, all in all, at the longest, some of them are like 14 minutes long. So it's great. Just pull off a tape, ooh, whack it on, got another one. I can whack through like 4 cassettes like 4 or 5 cassettes in an hour. It's great. I love it. Same with the 7-inches, you know. Love them. They all get thrown down. Oh, I'm out of coffee. That sucks. But yeah, I mean, mate, music just ruins my finances altogether, man. So, you know how that one goes, I'm sure. But yeah, cassettes, CDs, LPs, 7 inches, all about it. Music DVDs as well, which I've got to get more of. Just horror DVDs. I'm I'm a physical format man. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. All about it. But yeah, man, I like to make sure I've got some good stuff going on the go. It has to be done. Right, this has been going on now for over 90 minutes. Let's start wrapping this up, shall we? What are some few things you want to get into? Let's have a look. You got some underground stuff there with super low prints. Oh, mate, you better believe it. You better believe it. I showed one the other day, which is oh, actually, I've got one here for you. Get a load of this. Oh, that nearly fell down. Stay still, you can't. And this is a cassette by a band called Holocausto. I believe these guys are from Mexico, well, South American, but they've put it in like a sort of like CD wallet. But there is actually a cassette, which is cool and very underground. Get a load of this, look. Let's get it all out. All right, so you've got the tape with pathological consequences. All that going on. Really, really cool. They've literally just shoved the sticker over a C60. Old school. Got to like it. And then you've got the cover, as you saw, Xerox, and yeah, look at that. 22 copies made. I've got number 18. I don't even know the guy. It's not like I've got in on it. Like on the inside, you know. I came across it. Oh, I bloody bought it. It's a damn good good demo too. Only thing that's annoying about it is that it's on a C60 and they've put, there's 2 songs on here, and there's the in a bit there, so you can see there the lyrics and stuff and little logos at the bottom and whatnot, and the underground labels. So you've got here No Tomorrow, human discount. Yeah, human discount is classic. Nebula Grind. I think it was Human Discount. I got this for Sex Terminator. How's that for some stuff? But yeah, what's annoying is that it's got 2 songs and they've only put 1 song on each side. And being a C60, you listen to the song, gotta fast forward, flip it over, listen to the other song, fast forward. It's a bit of a pain in the ass. But yeah, it is gore grind sort of stuff. Very cool. I dig it. Sort of in the vein of, you know, Last Days of Humanity, Regurgitate kind of nastiness, which are good stuff. But I've also got, oh, you're a black metal kind of guy, MG08. I've got one of I did a video on it. I've got their Belt Fed compilation CD, which has all their like EPs and like split stuff on it, and that's only 27 copies. And I've got one of them. You can get that on off Bandcamp, I think, if he's got some copies left. But it's digital on there as well, if you're into digital and whatnot, if you don't mind that kind of stuff. But yeah, so yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff here. Like the other day, I showed that Necrotomy CD. I think that's got 77 copies, and I've got like number 4 or something. So yeah, I've got loads of that stuff here, man. Loads of numbered shit, like low amounts. Like I've got stuff like that, like Cystic Embalmment. I've got some of their albums that are only 50 made, and just yeah, a bunch of stuff, 7 inches. It's like, so a lot of the Agathocles stuff I've got is like, you know, some of them are only like 200 or 300 copies, and I've got one of them like the sort of, what's the Jack EP, that was 300 copies, I believe. Oh no, so this was only 200 copies, and this is their We Pay / Jack's Life 2-track picture disc record that they put out. Really, really good fun, and it's proper old school because it's literally just a single-sided LP. On the other side, they just grabbed a sticker and whacked it on there. So yeah, that only has that's only 200 copies. And your boy's got one. Because I'm a grind man. Grind, brutal death, black metal, doom, thrash. Fucking, whoa. I love it. Oh, I love it. Just keep chucking it all at me. So yeah, a lot of low sort of numbered stuff. Gotta keep at it. Pathologists have released a DVD which looks pretty good. That would be awesome. We're talking about the same pathologist, yeah. So like these guys. Pathologists, some old school pathological gore grind from the 90s. Absolutely fantastic stuff. I've done a video on these records as well. So if any of y'alls want to check them out. But if that's the pathologist you're talking about, I may have to get on that because your boy loves a DVD. Physical media, my friend. That's what it's all about. Fucking hell. Forget these back in the shop. There we go. Whew, yeah, that's the one. It's some live stuff. That's what we like to hear. Yeah, is it early live stuff from those days? That's all you want, really. I know they got a load of those compilation records that have got some of their other stuff on them, but they're okay. But when it comes to like just those two albums, I'm like, that's the shit. And this is the ones that have actually been pressed at the correct speed as well, which is nice because the original pressing they put out, they pressed it on there. It was a bit too slow. Not loads where it was noticeable, but when they put the reissues, you listen to it, you're like, oh yeah, that does make more sense, and it sounds so much better. So, all early stuff. That's what we want to hear. Absolutely. Get some of that on the go. But, yeah, I'm trying to think what other low numbered stuff have I got. I've got the Dissecting Cadavers compilation by Anatomia. I think that was only like 150, maybe. But that got put out. Oh, we'll have a look at it. So, okay, so you like raw BM stuff like Blaze Birth, Hall Forest, Granny Cool, Fell Winter, Arbor. See, man, I haven't had a load of that stuff, and I like some raw black metal, so I'm going to check out some of that because with me with the raw stuff. Let's have a look. I mentioned Goat Moon earlier. Their album Death Before Dishonor. That's a really cool one. Oh, Mutilation. Their EP Destroy Yourself as Satan. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Satanic War Masters new release. Yeah, cheers to you too, man. You got take it easy and look after yourself. Nice one, Pete. And Satanic Masters new release. Is that the have they got like a new one out, or is this the one that came out like last year or whatever it was? Either way, bloody good. Yeah, I think everything by Satanic War Master that's come out over the years has been fantastic. I need to get some more of their stuff. In fact, so a little look at what I've got within arm's reach. Where are you, you bastard? Oh, wow, here's one. Right there. Oh, come here, you fucker. So, yeah, they're split with Archgoat. Oh. This is a banger. From the Hell's Head Bangers, you get 4 tracks from Satanic Master and 9 from Archgoat, which is really cool. And they each get their own little disc as well. So you've got that double disc action going on. Gotta love some of that. And I've also got this on vinyl as well, which is always cool. And on because this has just got the silver logos with the black and white art, but the vinyl has the purple logos. I've also, what else have I got? Oh yeah, and I've also, of course, I have got Strength and Honor, one of the greatest black metal records ever fucking made. And argue with me all you want. I don't care. I know I'm right because, well, I'm British, so it is what it is. And I've got their tribute as well to Satanic Wars Master. I think that's one of the only tribute albums I own. It's fine. A few bands do some repeats on there, and it's a bit up and down with the quality, which is usually fine, but it's like volume wise. Some of them are really low, other ones are really loud. So it's like constantly, oh, Gordon Bennett, fucking having them messing around. But when I'm in the mood for it, or if I'm just right here doing stuff and I can fiddle around within arm's length, it's all good. But yeah, where's that? Oh yeah, S is all down here, isn't it? Oh, Jesus Christ. And is that it? No. There's it. Oh, hang on, if I put that in the wrong place. Oh no, there it is. Oh, I found it. Yeah, so there's the LP. Oh, that's right, they're red, the logo. So it must be purple on the shirts. Yeah, red on the LP itself. And I actually picked this up when I went and saw Archgoat. So really, really cool stuff. Really, really pleased to have me a bit of that. Do I love Curtain Wall? I've heard the name and it ends there. I think I just sort of thought, doesn't sound like my sort of thing. I'm probably being narrow-minded, but no, I haven't heard Curtain Wall. But I've heard very mixed reviews as well, and from what I've heard it from people, I don't know if it'd be my sort of thing anyway. But it is what it is. But I want to get some more of that sort of raw black metal stuff. Like I want to get some Moonblood records for sure. So I'm going to pick up some of those from Iron Bonehead at some point, because Moonblood are one of those bands that I've known about for years, but just never got around to. And then, like, maybe a couple years ago, I finally got around checking them out and was like, yeah, this is actually pretty cool. And I like that their albums are all rehearsals as well. It's really cool. I haven't heard any of those either, my friend. I've heard of Pseudo God, I think, and maybe Hella Ruin, but yeah, Nightshell Draper's not heard of that. Hella Ruin is a nice one. Oh, okay, cool. So I'll check that one out then. Oh, nice. That's what we like to see. So we're getting the good stuff out there. Look at us all sharing and caring, getting it all out. All right, so like I said, round this bad boy off. Are there any burning questions you have before I fuck off? We've been at this nearly 2 hours now. Oh, Jesus Christ. Getting all stiff in my chair. Devil's Death and Dark Arts. Is that an album name, is it? Favorite band from Brazilian Ritual. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by Brazilian Ritual, but favorite band. If you want a favorite band from Brazil, I mean, shit. Early Sepultura, Goat Penis, Mystifier. There's too many good bands from Brazil. I can't pick one. Rot, another great one. Just, yeah, there's some sick shit down there. Rebellion. They can't be stopped. Oh, it's a record label, was it? Yeah, probably seen it knocking around, but I'm not entirely sure. I probably got a bunch, to be honest with you, but I just overlooked it. I specialise in war metal. Ah, well, there you go. Then there's only so much war metal I like. I find a lot of it sounds very samey, and it's just like, all right, cool. You like Blasphemy, we get it. But you know, Blasphemy, fantastic band. Revenge, Conqueror, Blood Chalice, War Generation, 666, Goat Penis. What I've heard of that Antichrist Siege Machine seems pretty cool. I haven't got anything, but seems pretty cool. What else have I got? Oh, MG08, of course. Yeah, bunch of stuff. I mean, a lot of these bands that people call war metal, I mean, like like Nile Domination, Arch Goat. You know, those I don't really call war metal, but I've heard people refer to them as that. So I'm like, all right, cool. If you want to call it that, fine. But I just see that as like satanic black metal sort of stuff, you know, bit death thrown in there with it. What else is it? Like Sadakist, really good. Yeah. Oh, Black Witchery as well. They're, you know, a great band, you know. So yeah, there's some war metal I like, but I'm not one of those people where you can just put on any war metal and I just like it because it's war metal. A lot of it is like, well, if you're not bringing anything new to the table, you know, what do I need? You know, it's yeah, exactly. They're more like Black and Death. Yeah, that's what I always think. You know, a lot of people call them war metal, and I'm like, nah, I don't think so. They're definitely the. I mean, they call it satanic black metal, where it's that sort of Black and Death, and it's all about like Satanism and shit. That's what they tend to call it, like Nile Domination and whatnot, and Antediluvian, and those sort of bands. But call it whatever the fuck you want. I don't really care. But yeah, you know, so there's a nice mix of stuff there, but a lot of it I just hear and I think, yeah, this is nothing I haven't heard before, mate. And quite honestly, the other guys who did it before you do it a lot better. So if I'm going to, you know, spend my precious time listening to a band, it's probably going to be the other one. You know, you got to bring me something that makes me think, okay, like if you want to be like an Arch Goat sort of like rip-off band, you've got to bring me something besides that, you know. And it's like a lot of these bands don't, or they'll just go for like the heaviest part of like a blasphemy song or something and be like, all of our songs sound like that riff. Great, brilliant. What do you want me to do with this? You know, but no, there's some really cool stuff out there. It's just like with anything, you've got to wade through a lot of shit to find a golden nugget. But when you find them, it's special, and I found a lot of them. So I feel like a very rich man when it comes to death metal stuff. That's how I roll, son. And like what's extreme metal in general, you know. So yeah, sometimes I just like going through it in my record collection. Like for instance, I don't go through my records and go, "Oh shit, I forgot I own that." That doesn't happen. Not in this house. So yeah, I think we've got a pretty good idea of what's going down tonight. So cool. So if there's no more questions, I will catch you guys, well, most likely tomorrow, let's be honest. It's what I do, isn't it? So catch you all in a bit. Have a good one. And thanks for joining me as well. That was quality. At the beginning, I didn't think this was going to go very well, but it happened. We got there and it went down. So thank you everyone for joining me. I had a blast. We'll do this again soon. See y'all later. Stay metal.